Hello, it's April from April's Home, and today I thought I would share with you a recipe for sausage cauliflower rice casserole. I am making this low-carb recipe as an alternative dressing for my low-carb Thanksgiving dinner, but I've also made this recipe before just as a main dish for dinner, served along with the salad, and it is wonderful. So here are the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need one chopped up onion, a large chopped up onion, and one bunch of celery also chopped up. You'll want to do this ahead of time before you get started with the recipe, just so it's ready to go. You'll need 2 pounds of sausage. You'll need some chicken bouillon, and you'll need a bag of cauliflower rice. This is a 12-ounce bag of cauliflower rice, and I'm going to steam this about halfway according to the package directions before I add it into my recipe. You'll need a nice amount of sliced mushrooms here. This is a 16-ounce package, so a little bit bigger than just your standard small pack of sliced mushrooms. You'll want a little bit more. This is a nice big recipe. We will be chopping these up in the pan as we cook them, but I also like to make sure that they're rinsed nice and clean. And then to finish off our recipe, we'll be adding some grated parmesan and a little bit of heavy whipping cream to the recipe. We will also reconstitute our bouillon in a little bit of water. So now in a large saucepan, I'm going to open up this sausage and start sauteing the sausage up. I'm cooking up both pounds of sausage in my pan. I've got this about halfway cooked here. It started to release some of its fats, and it's starting to brown up. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the celery and onion and continue sauteing this all as the sausage continues to cook. So first I'll add in my bunch of chopped celery and then my chopped onion, and I'll get that sauteed around. Again, we'll continue cooking the sausage, and we need to also saute the onion and celery until it's translucent and looking like it's getting nice and cooked. As the celery, onion, and sausage continue cooking, I will add in the cleaned up mushrooms and get those cooking as well. But I'm going to go ahead and give the celery and onions a head start. Our sausage, onions, and celery are sauteing nicely. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my mushrooms here. And as I add them in, I'm going to just be chopping them up with my flat spatula here so that they're nice, small, bite-sized pieces, and we'll continue sauteing them into the sausage mixture. If the mixture becomes too dry or there's not enough fat in here, you can add a little bit of either olive oil or just like a 1/4 cup of water to continue steam cooking all of these ingredients. In a little while, we'll also be adding our bouillon and water. When we're done sauteing everything, we'll let this steam and cook through. But I'm going to go ahead now and get these mushrooms incorporated, then I'll come back and share with you the next step. Okay, I've been sauteing and chopping in the mushrooms, and you can see that they're incorporated nicely into the sausage and onion and celery mixture. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my riced cauliflower, as well as some water and bouillon. So I have cooked this cauliflower rice according to package directions for half of the recommended time. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add it right into the mixture here. I've taken this off the burner just so that it's not noisy while I'm filming, but you can of course add this while it's continuing to saute on the stove here. So we've got a head start on the cauliflower rice cook here by, again, steaming that halfway, partially steaming that according to package directions. We're going to go ahead and incorporate that into the sausage now. Next, we'll add a slightly rounded teaspoon of bouillon powder to about a cup of water, maybe a pinch extra there. I'm going to go ahead and stir that up and then add it into my sausage cauliflower rice casserole mixture. So I've stirred the bouillon in a little bit. Of course, it kind of clumps up, but it's in there. I'll go ahead and stir that in further when I add it into our sausage cauliflower rice casserole here. So I'm going to go ahead and add this, and then I'll share with you the next step. We're adding that right in. Then I'll go ahead and give this a good stir. I'll make sure it's at a simmer, which I think it'll be at a simmer pretty quickly here. Then I'm going to keep that at a low simmer, and I'm going to cover this casserole while the mushrooms, celery, and onion continue cooking. When it's done cooking, probably about 15 to 20 minutes, I'll come back and we'll add some Parmesan cheese as well as some heavy whipping cream and finish up our sausage cauliflower rice casserole. I'm adding my lid. It's up to a bit of a simmer there. I'm going to keep an eye on this, come back and stir it pretty frequently. I don't want it to run out of liquid in there and start sticking to the pan. So I'll keep my eye on that. If it starts to dry out, I'll just add a little bit more water, like a 1/4 cup at a time. until all of the vegetables are cooked through and the sausage is cooked through. And again, I'll come back when this is all cooked through and show you the next step. Our sausage rice casserole has cooked through. You can see all of the vegetables have incorporated into the sausage mixture nicely. And now I'm going to go ahead and add some grated Parmesan cheese and heavy whipping cream. I'm adding about 1/3 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I'll go ahead and stir that around in a minute. I'm also going to go ahead and add 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this around and get this incorporated and continue heating it through. And then I'll get this served up. I've incorporated the Parmesan cheese and heavy whipping cream, as you can see here. I'm going to go ahead and bring this to just a slight simmer to make sure it's warmed through. I'll let that simmer for about 5 more minutes. Then I'll take this off the heat and put it in a serving dish. It is a little bit liquidy right now, but that will continue to set up. Here is our sausage casserole all served up and ready to go. I will be enjoying this tonight with our low-carb Thanksgiving dinner as a stand-in for the dressing. This is a delicious low-carb option for a side dish for Thanksgiving. The sausage, the mushrooms, the celery and onions are really a wonderful flavor for a Thanksgiving meal. So now I'm going to go ahead and serve up a small dish and give it a try. Okay, here is a small portion of my sausage cauliflower rice casserole. I'm going to go ahead now and give that a try. And that is just as good as I remember. So savory and flavorful. This is going to be a wonderful side dish to our Thanksgiving dinner. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at my recipe for a low-carb sausage cauliflower rice casserole. Come on back to check out more of my low-carb holiday recipes that I'll be posting throughout this week. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.